Do you ever lift your head up from your phone, look around, and think to yourself, my God, everything is weird? Well, we do. A lot. This is the Observation Station, a unique, entertaining, and hilarious podcast. If we observe it, we talk about it. Anything and everything. Anything and everything. Let's get weird and let's have some fun. This is the Observation Station. And now your host, Tommy Heights.
Hey, welcome back. So, got the topic today, and the topic today is going to be interesting because this one wasn't on my agenda originally, but I thought that it's going to be a good topic today with all the different avenues of social media that everybody's on. I mean, you got screen names to try to post or interact with people anonymously. So the topic really is going to be going over being anonymous on the internet. Well, or at least you think you are. So a couple things. We're going to go back on some old times when you could just use some screen names, be in the AOL chats, just talk a bunch of crazy shit and just have it where no one would really know who you are. And nowadays you can't pull that kind of stuff. Like on Xbox, you have your gamer tags. You're just talking mad trash in the Call of Duty lobbies. All you're just hearing is just wild stuff going, being exchanged from people all over the world. Then you have some 8-year-olds that are saying some crazy stuff, and you hear their moms get on there and go, "What did you just say, Timmy? Get the hell off of that game, I tell you right now." And then you hear them getting hit in the back. I mean, there's crazy stuff. So, I mean, there's been a couple reports for people on Call of Duty that they found the IP address for those people that know where I'm going with this and traced it back to a house where somebody was talking smack to them, and they ended up murdering them. So people take this kind of stuff serious, especially nowadays. If you're on these Facebook groups that I'm on a lot, you can post anonymously, but with Facebook groups, a lot of people like to really meet up with others in events and get-togethers together with whatever niches or niches, however you want to say it. They have it like where a cigar event. So like say you're in a cigar club, you go to an event in Tampa or Miami, and people from this group are like putting out a blast to say, "Hey, is anybody in Miami?" Or they do it a couple months before so people can say, "Hey, they're going," or "they're not going," so people can coordinate within the group and just come up with the different ways to meet each other so there's a smooth interaction. Not the same when it comes to some online chat groups, or if you're on Instagram, it could be where you want to have a private account where you have to request to be a follower, or you have a public account depending on whatever you got going on. So a lot of things on the internet, it's really hard to just stay behind a screen and say you're going to post whatever and not have somebody find out who you are. Your name could be Elephant Man 42, 77, and somebody's going to find there could be an Elephant Man, other 4,000 other ones, but they'll find the 42 to 27 or whatever it is, because it's not that hard when these things are hooked to your internet, which is hooked to you. You could be saying, "I'm going to use a VPN." Let's get real here. If these people can hack into the government, there's a lot of people that can do some crazy stuff to find where you're at. So really not that hard for some folks to just say, "Yep, this is where you live, so just stop." It gets scary out there. A lot of times people think that they're immune. And back in the day, you could be getting away with like some prank calling. I used to do it where back in the day, I'd prank call like Stanley Steamer, and it'd be, ring, 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 and they, "Hi, Stanley Steamer, how can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to speak with the manager, or I'm sorry, the owner Stanley. Wait, who? Wait, this is Stanley Steamer, right? Yeah, this is. I don't know, Stanley Steamer, the vacuum. Yeah, I'm trying to speak to Stanley himself, please. Well, he doesn't work here. Well, which branch does he work at? Well, he doesn't work at any of them. Well, wait a minute here. I was told the owner of the company has his name on the side of the truck, and I can't speak to him over here. I mean, is he dead? No, he's not dead. So where is he at? And I would be running these people until they'd hang up the phone on me. I straight up called into a McDonald's, and this was off a Google phone. Like, this is what's you're not getting anything with this Google phone. Like 10 years ago, you're not finding this person unless you're calling doing some heinous stuff. But I called McDonald's, and McDonald's, I said, hi, I'd like to have the secret formula to the Big Mac, please. I'm just gonna have to take it down here. So if whatever you need to tell me, that's fine with me. And then they kind of just hang up the phone. Even had it where I called up. This is when I was just wild and it didn't really understand, in today's standards of you can't be pulled in this kind of stuff. But I had Las Vegas gentlemen's clubs. I would call them and I'd say, hey, do you guys have coupons for lap dances? And you would hear these guys, and we're probably 16, 15 at the time here, just, drinking Gatorade and having Doritos dust all over us, listening to Green Day, just that kind of shit. You're just calling these people, and they're like, what the hell, man? You better gonna call this up, man. If I ever find you, bro, I'm gonna beat you up. And then you called some other places, and then you were trying to actually be serious. And then because we were like, let's see what these gentlemen's clubs, what can you just be nice to them and ask them questions? Like, we called one and like, hey man, what kind of events you got going on there? It sounds like a great time, because I sounded like a mature adult on the phone. So the guy's like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, oh man, I got all kind of stuff, dude. The girls here, they're so fun. Ba da 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 da. And I would go on with it, and he goes, whoa. I said, you serious? He's like, dude, you have no idea. People come over here, and they do not leave. I was like, whoa. I said, what kind of food you got? Just straight up, I had no idea as a 16-year-old where to keep it going. Just, yeah, I mean, we got all kinds of food. We got drinks, da-da-da. And as a 16-year-old thinking, oh, yeah, what about to say about drinks? Yeah, I like this, I like that. So it was kind of hard because, I didn't know about any of the other, names of the drinks and stuff. Like, oh, yeah, cool. That sounds awesome. And then you just hear, he's like, man, I'm the DJ here for the night. You just come and tell me your name over here. And I just, Bob. All right, Bob. Just making shit up. And I'm trying to think, what are some other? Oh my God, we called Xbox Live. This is, and we owed this to Microsoft because I had 2 Xboxes with the red rings of death. That just threw me over the edge because you're paying full price for these things, and they were just like Kodak cameras, just burning out. So we called one time there to the Xbox Live support line. We were saying we'd like to speak to Bill. Sorry, Bill who? Bill Gates, please. I need to get Bill Gates on the phone here. Because we're just so messing so hard. We're thinking, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to hang up. And then they go, well, he doesn't work here. It's like, no. I'm calling the Seattle headquarters right now, if I'm correct here. He's got to be there. I know that his home office is in Seattle. He's probably looking at you right now here. You're waving him off. I know he's a busy guy. When do I call back? And I'm doing this as if it's really him over there. She's like, well, sir, he's not going to be coming to the phone here. All right. I'm going to have to try a couple of different tactics here, it sounds like. Because, as a young kid, you're thinking to yourself, dude, this is just hilarious. Just prank calling back in the day, that 90s and 2000s prank call age before caller ID was perfect, because you'd be like, okay, because caller ID could be like, okay, so-and-so is calling me, or this is the number that's calling me. That's probably Timmy or something like that. But probably before 07, for the iPhone, that's when this stuff was just ding dong ditching. People were TPing houses. That was terrible to be seeing that on a neighbor's house. You think to yourself, wow, that is awful. And even if like the rain comes, you just got a bunch of soggy toilet paper that's thrown from, punks all over these people's trees. It's just a joke. And I mean, look, if it's going to be where you're going to try to stay anonymous, it's best to have it where it's something where, I don't know, man. Nowadays, I'm telling you, you're going to be found no matter what. It's just like if the government wants to find you, you can be on whatever VPN, it just doesn't matter. The whole thing is that the more technology that comes out, we're already monitored. It's not, say you're, using something on your computer to mask what you're doing, and then you have it where your phone's listening to you, and the more Wi-Fi devices that are in the house, I'm going to be guessing if they have speakers on them and they're hooked up to the internet, at some point they're going to be listening to what you're saying and doing more recommendations of saying, hey, would you like to buy this product for a refrigerator? It's going to have it where Amazon-esque delivery will be on your doorstep in an instant, because Amazon's going to set the precedent for delivery time. After you had Amazon Prime 2-day delivery, you had Walmart Plus and whatnot trying to imitate them, and everybody had been used to getting Prime delivery. So if you didn't have 2-day delivery, people just wouldn't want to buy from there and wait that long. And that's the beauty of this artificial intelligence age. I keep bringing it up because the whole world is going to be going towards AI-focused productivity. So it'll be interesting, because what are going to be the identities of the robots? Is it going to be, hey, I'm robot 44724? Or is it, I'm Billy so-and-so, and I have a passport because I have to go from country to country, and, I don't know. And the thing is that these different ways of looking at the world as it is, in the sense of, hey, the more technology and spying that they have onto us, the worse. Well, just need to embrace it. It's not as bad as China. I was seeing they have it in certain like train stations where if you're not smiling, the train, it's like the gate thing will not let you through. And if you smile, and it gives you a check mark and lets you through for that social credit score. And I haven't looked into the social credit score system of China, but just be glad that you're in the United States of America and it's a free country, because over there it does not seem like you have many rights, And nowadays it's going to be where we are going to have to embrace being more interconnected with each other, because that's going to make it more collaborative. Even though privacy might be less and less, life is going to be moving the way it goes without anybody saying what they like or what they don't like. The market is what the market dictates. More ways than one, you're not going to be able to be anonymous as on the internet. So, yeah. Little bit of a different format here for these kinds of podcasts, getting a little more inspiration from looking online to get some more topics and different angles so that I can speak to you guys here. In the future, it's a plan to collaborate with some podcasters to give a different angle of trying to have different opinions and live people hooked into the observation station. So love to have it. If anybody wants to be a guest on my podcast, I have a Instagram channel. It's called Observation Station Podcast. And right there, you can DM me. I'm going to be looking for different avenues also of putting social media. So I'm just looking at that and trying to figure out the best ways to promote the podcast itself there. So already am on the 2 podcast episode pledge here. I'm staying committed. So next week we have some other topics. As I said before, it's going to be where I'm just getting more inspiration online to keep things fresh and not so stale, because I can only think of so many things that'd be fresh off my mind. There'll be some things along the line that'll just come naturally saying, oh yeah, that's a perfect topic, or da 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 da. But the internet is so fluid and gives you so many different ideas to brainstorm that this is going to be more interesting for right now to take inspiration of what is online. So that's kind of going to give the observation station a different observation angle. So, all right, guys, thanks again for staying till the end. So hats off for you guys to keep me going here with different remarks of congratulations for me. I just did past 750 downloads for the podcast itself. Well, I'll be putting more dedication, consistency, effort, and love into the content produced on this channel. Again, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. All right, take it easy.
You've been listening to the Observation Station. We find everyday life and everyday situations hilarious. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We know we had a blast. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And be sure to tell a friend about the show. That would help too. See you next time on the Observation Station.